Hey guys, this is Derek Stone here from SR&RTV. Just want to show you today we're installing a storm door. It's an Anderson storm door. It's a really cool door because you can install it both ways, left or right hand turn. A couple things I want to know is that in the installation manual it says to check, go up with your tape measure 40.5 inches to here, and then come out 2.5 inches. If it's going to interfere with the deadbolt, if it's going to interfere with the deadbolt, you have to switch the hands of the door which way it turns. And you also want to make sure your homeowners are okay with that, because some homeowners may say, no, I don't want to have it on the opposite side, I want it to be on the side where the door handle is. If that's the case, then you can't install it. But if they're cool with it, then you can install it with the opposite side, so then they would open it kind of like this. They would open the door handle this way and then open the door with the other handle. So that's a couple things you want to figure out. Make sure you figure out what side you're going at, because the Z channel on the left, which is where the hinges are, it's really important to make sure you get that right, because you have to turn it left or right, vertical or horizontal. You have to turn it either way to make sure your hinge is going to be on the right side. So anyway, we're just going to get into this. I've opened the box already and had me install these two clips right here that just hold the glass in. And then the next step is to start preparing the sweep and the door for installation. So stick with me. Okay, so second step was to line this hole where the screw was, line that hole up with that hole that was in the hinge, and then put the unpainted screws and the rest of they called these leaves in the instruction manual. I call them hinges, but they called them leaves. So anyway, so the hinge, when you determine what side your door is going to be on, left or right hand swing, that'll collapse over the side, and then your screws will go in from this side to your brick mold. So yeah, alright. Okay, so next step is we attach the sweep, this piece here with that screw and this jig right here. This is also a spacer, so when you put the door on, it's going to sit it flat. And then you also want you to install this spacer here so it holds the door outside of the frame, but not allowing the door to go inside the frame where it can be mounted on flush. So that's kind of a cool deal. So you have to lay your door down to do that. Okay, so the next step is to, you set that bottom clip down there on the window seal or the door seal, and then that clip holds it flush. And in the instructions it says if this hole isn't filled, then you have to repeat the step 11A. So that means that the other receiver piece will go on here just right. So it says set it on there, and then make sure this is straight, and then pre-drill your screw holes and then attach your screws. So that's what it is. The doorbell's in the way. You see this kind of hanging here, so I'm going to remount it just kind of right there once I get everything done. So I had to take the doorbell off, so off of the brick mold. All right. Oh, and by the way, this piece right here is called brick mold because it goes against the brick for the door. Most of that comes on your standard doors. Okay, the next step was to install the drip edge up here. This is the rain drip edge right here. So there's another piece that goes on top. This guy's got 3 screws, 1, 2, 3 over there. It's got another piece that goes on top of it, but I'm not going to install it yet. But it kind of sits up there like that. It has 3 more screws that you use. So I'm not going to install it just yet. But then it also did say to put those pads here, 1, 2, and the third one down there. And the next piece will be our mounting. This is our mounting Z channel. So now we have the door handle kit. We just got that right piece on. I really like the idea that they used to not have those spacers in there, so you would never know if that was going to be right or not. So now they got those spacers in there. This is an Anderson door, by the way. So and this is the 2-hour install. So now that we have that in place, we're looking at the door handle. So here's the striker of the latch for the locker. Here's the big piece that goes, the double-sided lock that goes in there. And then here is the key latch and lock mechanism. There's a door handle. There's a door handle. side of the feed channel right there. Alright, we'll get to it. Okay, so now we got the handle installed. The latch, the locking mechanism attaches with this screw right here. So yeah, and if you want to ever change that open, you just take that screw out and it'll pull out and flip back in and you tighten that screw back down. The handle's attached with a Allen wrench right there on both sides. And then this one you put in the top screw and then that screw right there in the sleeve, and then get the door adjusted and then put in the other two screws. And once you get it adjusted like that, then all that's left is attaching your hydraulic. And then after that, you adjust the hydraulic to make sure at a 90-degree angle it shuts and latches. So I'm pushing it currently, so we're going to try to make sure that that shuts and latches. And then there's these trim pieces that are always the pain in the rear that go in here to cover up the screw holes, like, sort of like that. So we'll get that installed. Show you guys an overall. Oh, and then we adjust the sweep on the bottom last.